Hello and welcome to yet another chunk account. For those of you that may not know, the RuneScape map is broken up into tiles for movement and object placement. 64 by 64 of those tiles in a grid creates a chunk. A chunk man account will have to complete tasks in said chunk before they can move on to another chunk. I have chosen to start my chunk at the Observatory, which, for those of you that don't know, is the very center of the map. If you use a sextant in the game, which most people have never actually used, you can get a coordinate, which is technically how you're supposed to solve coordinate clues. Finding the 0 point happens to be directly underneath the telescope in the Observatory. I thought starting in the exact middle of the map and seeing where I go from there would be an interesting endeavor and exploration of the RuneScape map. I am using the extreme chunk rule set, which means I have, at the moment, chop willow logs and some best in slot tasks to obtain, all from goblins. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that. Instead of sharing every single level up, I'm gonna go ahead and just go through a bunch of screenshots as things happen. Oh, and I guess that's one of my best in slots done right now. The bronze square shield. Fortuitous timing. Well, there is the bronze spear obtained. Another best in slot. Huh. Chef's hat. I guess that's some fashionscape, if nothing else. It's not a best in slot, and I don't need it for any reason, but I'll wear it for now. So, a spear can only train under the controlled style, or shared style, and as of that, I've got all my combats balanced, and now I'm going to equip my spear, and that should help. You know, it's not listed as a chunk task, but I think bronze arrows are going to be my best ranged ammo for them. So at the moment, I do not have any access to food. So while my hit points regenerate, I'm killing this rat, and I marked... Oh, and account check. But anyways, I marked this spawn tile for the rat, and I'm killing it while my hit points respawn between goblin. Bronze javelins. You know, those might be better than bronze bolts or bronze arrows. I'll hang on to them for the moment. Oh, another count check. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with these lamps eventually, but for now I'll hang on to them. Well, I got my bronze axe and a beginner clue scroll at the same time, so I can do my woodcutting when I need to do that. Beginner clues, impossible to do, so they're just always going to be an automatic drop. I'm not even going to bother to hang on to them. And another task done with a red cape obtained. Bronze scimitar obtained. That is all best in slots. Well, I now have my best in slots for equipment, which means my next goal is 30 woodcutting for willow trees. Well, the way I see it now, I've padded out the video, maybe not enough, but plenty, with stat level ups, and I'm just only going to check in with relevant ones now. So there's 15, which means I can move on to oaks. If I will manage to cut, there we go. Willows can now be cut. So let's take a quick jaunt over to a willow. Now, as soon as I cut this willow, I will only have one remaining task to do for the chunk. There's my willow log cut. On to the final task. Alright, so my final task is to start the observatory quest itself. So I'm just going to talk to this guy here. Ask him about the observatory. He's going to tell me yada yada yada. It's up the hill. I've already been there because that's where I decided to start. So I could start as close to 0, 0 coordinates as I could. Goblins destroyed it, broke things. He wants help. The assistant's mad at him. Yes, start observatory quest. And okay, he's gonna ask me, tell me what he needs. He can help me with obtaining things for it. And oh, quest helper automatically opened. I need 3 planks, which are not obtainable in my chunk at all. And let's scroll down and check out observatory quests. Up to part 1 done, 3 wooden planks is unobtainable. So that is the final chunk task complete. It took me 5 hours and 16 minutes in order to obtain all best in slots and complete all skill tasks in my first chunk. That includes obtaining my bronze axe. I got a bronze scimitar, red cape, bronze square shield. It's a bronze spear. The other stuff wasn't necessary to hang on to, but I'm going to. And my stats went up 29 woodcutting, 7 prayer, and 15 in all melees. Alright, here we are back in the chunk picker, where I can mark off everything I've completed in the chunk to see about heading to a new role. So let's go ahead and let's see. I obtained the shield, I obtained the spear, I obtained my bronze axe, I obtained the bronze scimitar and the red cape, I completed 30 woodcutting, and I started the observatory quest. So with that, I have no more active tasks to complete in my chunk, so let's roll a chunk and see what I get. I only have a couple of options, so the arena altar. I have 14 tasks. Oh no. That means I'm gonna have to get a rune scimitar, which is good for weapon, but oh no. Curved bone. From, I'm guessing, hill giants? Oh no, that's a grind. I guess that means the video is done here. I'll apparently have to train to 55 magic as well. Ugh. This is a gnarly first roll, but I guess that is the point of the chunk picker. I must have a permanent source of runes somewhere here. So, with that being said, next time I'll pick it up here and see what I can do with these grinds. See what ones I can knock out pretty quick. Until next time, all music used in this video are from loyaltyfreakmusic.com. The songs I used here are 2 from Monplaisir's album, Chassé, and also the song Plus from the same album. There is a link in the description to find their music.